J-Man from MusicMarauders.com here with Kyle Hollingsworth. How you doing, Kyle?
Doing great.
Awesome. Thanks for taking the time to do this.
Certainly.
First things first, Kyle.
Yes.
Let's talk about the most important topic at hand. Beer.
There's nothing wrong with beer.
What's this here? What do
Oh,
we
I
got?
love. I happen to love this beer.
Wow, what is that?
Funny you should ask. This is Hoopla. Hoopla is a beer I made with Boulder Beer, Boulder, Colorado, and it is a festival pale ale, a whole new category of beer.
How did that come about?
I was thinking about things I would want to drink at a festival, specifically Bonnaroo, 95 degree weather, 100% humidity. And I've been brewing for a really long time, so I contacted them and said, let's make a beer that's kind of a, not a super huge hop bomb, but a pale that has some hop character.
Yeah, I was going to say it's hoppier than most standard pales, but it's not as hoppy as an
Exactly, and it's a lighter dry finish, so
it's really tasty.
good.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about how you got involved with String Cheese Incident.
Yes. Trying to think some kind of fancy, funny story, but I can't think of one right now.
With dragons
if
and
I was
fairies.
Billy, I'd have something really fast. And we was opening my band Dirt at the time. D-U-R-T.
Okay.
Very clever way to spell it. We were opening for String Cheese, and I played with Kang and Dave Watts was a drummer locally.
Sweet.
And
I like Dave a lot.
And he hooked me up with Kang, and then Kang said, why don't you come on the road with us? And so I jumped in the van for one tour, and never got off the van. The van turned into a ski bus, eventually turned into a tour bus. So
What are some of your favorite moments with String Cheese?
my favorite moments are when we're in the zone, for sure. Not necessarily when we're trying to play music or do something that's very worked out, but it's all the spaces in between. It's when we're all living in the same spirit.
Do you have any favorite concert venues
specific.
or experiences too that you've been to?
Yeah, of course, Red Rocks is up there.
Always.
Hornies, I have to say. Even some of the early days of going up to Shady Grove, which is up in California.
Sure.
Some of those early days is kind of getting shows that were off the grid a little bit, like friends and family would just call up and be like, come play our party. Those were, for me, kind of the more special gigs.
Yeah,
a little less, that makes me a little less nervous of walking on Red Rock stage.
Yeah, okay. Can you tell me a little bit about the Kyle Hollingsworth band
sure.
and the members involved?
Do you mean KHB?
Yeah, man. That's the hit.
Right. No, I've been touring with that for a long time, but pretty intensely over the last 2 years. I've been all across the United States, Portland, Florida. And the core band has been Dave Watts, local guy from Motet, and Garrett Sayers, a guy named Dan, and I'll pull in Liza Oxnard every once in a while.
DJ Logic
sometimes. Whoever can find some special guests. But generally doing all material off my last 2 discs. I have a newer one called Then There's Now. And so I've been touring that a lot and writing a lot of new songs. It's been nice to get a chance to spread my wings by a project.
How do you feel about where String Cheese is as a band musically?
As long as it continues to progress, I'm totally down with what it is.
Do you feel like it is progressive?
I do. I think we need to examine some of our touring / incidents. I feel like right now that they're so scattered that we're kind of getting, although we do spend a lot of time practicing 2 weeks or 2 months, a lot of times before even a single gig. Like for example, Bonnaroo's coming up and we've rehearsed for 6 weeks for 8 songs, which is really good. But I love that. But at the same time, I'd rather get on a bus and kind of really get into the groove again, and kind of like I said earlier, being in a space where you can be creative without thinking about it. So I think I'm excited about String Cheese's future. But it has to continue to grow.
Right. And the more you play together, obviously, the more it'll grow. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kyle Hollingsworth from String Cheese Incident and the Kyle Hollingsworth Band. And today, with Steve Kinnock and friends.
That's right.
Awesome. This is J-Man with MusicMarauders.com here with Paige McConnell of Fish.
Oh, hi. How are you doing? Can I ask you the questions instead?
You can ask. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the book in just 1 second. You can ask me all these questions about you.
What do you guys use for editing?
Just a simple Windows program that came with the computer. It's
Oh,
nothing too
Windows.
fancy.
Was that before Mac? That's
Windows.
That's like the 8-track, right?
The 8-track of PC.
Yeah, we should tour together.
Kyle Hollingsworth band.
Opening for Kyle.
Hollingsworth. What's your favorite Eodo song?
It is that fourth one.
Jam number 4.
Exactly. Yes, the one that goes. No, wait, that's the other one. The one I like is goes. Right, gotcha.